So for that, good afternoon, my fellow dental technologies. Okay, our third speaker, Mr. Roch Ruiz, is a known leading manufacturing guru in the dental industry. He graduated from the Colegio de San Juan de Letran with a degree of BSBA Marketing and pursued MBA program at the University of Perpetual Health. He also finished IMC program at Ateneo de Davao University. He is the former dental marketing, he is the founder of the Dental Marketing PH and the president of KJR Dental Center. Together with his wife, Dr. Christine Joy Ruiz, he is also the president of the PR Accounting Tax Solution and TQ365 Innovations Management. He has conducted numerous seminars and training programs nationwide in the past 5 years. He is one of the few Filipino participants in the Dental Marketing Global held in the US and in Japan. Let us learn together as we welcome Mr. Ruiz Ross.
Thank you, Sir Paul Castillo. Ayan. Good afternoon. Parang mahina. Good afternoon. When I say from the right, good afternoon. Very good. Good afternoon from the left. Napansin ko po kanina, medyo mahina ang sound system. Okay na po ba? Okay. And the other side is okay? All right. Thank you very much. So today, this is going to be a totally different topic. But just to give you a brief overview, 7 years ago, ng 25th anniversary ni R2K, I did a lecture also of dental marketing. That's why, pagkita ko po dito, parang ang dami ko palang kakilalang dentech. Parang sabi ko, parang gusto ko na rin mag-dentech instead of doing doctorate degree. Pareho naman 2 years, sabi ko kay Dr. Ronnie. Anyway, today is gonna be very interesting. Why? Because after learning of bridging the gap between dentic and dentist, and also learning about the protocol of dentistry, I'm going to discuss with you business marketing for dental laboratory. Okay po ba yun? Wala bang palakpakan sa kaliwa? Palakpakan sa kanan. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's always a privilege to be standing in front of professionals, registered dental technician. So we always have to have that mindset. We are professionals, you are professionals, and you're very, very good in what you do. You have to have that in your mind so that you will not be bullied by some of the dentists. No? So you are good at what you do. You have to set that into your mind and soul. Right. I'll proceed with my slides. Okay. Yan. So business marketing for dental laboratory. So this is just going to be very short and sexy presentation, right? Parang hindi maakot yung signal ko. Okay. Please press the next. No? Okay. Thank you very much. I'll keep this. When I say hep hep to the left, wala na. Wala na. Hep hep to the left. Wala, mahina ang left. Right na tayo. Right. Hep hep to the right. One more time. Hep hep to the right. Okay, I'll proceed. So, all right. So, when you put up a dental laboratory, that is a business. As I always discuss this with the dentist, I usually do lectures sa mga chapters po. Sabi ko, your practice is your profession. When you put up a clinic, it becomes a business. 8 years ago, I was invited with several meetings because you are not allowed to discuss these things. Bawal kang mag-lecture about marketing of professions. But I keep on doing the things that I believe will make the dentist grow in their practice. The same thing with dental technologies. Right now, or generally speaking, I'm very, very happy today because nakita ko na po sa curriculum ng mga dentistry module na meron ng entrepreneurial mindset, meron ng practice management and business mindset. And that's what I want to bring to also dental laboratory. We always have to get to know that your profession is your practice. But when you put up a dental laboratory, it becomes a business. That's why my topic today is business marketing. And what is a business? A business is a practice of making one's living by engaging in commerce. Next. Mabilis lang itong presentation, so guguluhin ko kaya. Business refers to entrepreneurship or enterprising entity in your organization. And another one is a person's occupation, profession, or trade. You cannot hide the fact that you are doing dental business because your occupation is dental and your profession is also dental tech. But you put up a dental laboratory business, it becomes now a commerce. Okay? Proceed. So, business marketing. Marketing is the activity. So, these are the definition of marketing. But pinresent ko po, I changed the definition of marketing into this. Marketing is a process of satisfying customers, which is the dentist, needs and wants plus their expectation. So as a dental tech, you only just not satisfy the needs. Ang needs ng doktor, kailangan matapos mo yung kanilang case. But you also have to create wants. Later on, we're going to discuss that. So that it will now confirm that there will be repeat orders. Yan po yung magsusustain ng business natin. That client must be able to continuously send cases to you. At the same time, that client must be able to refer several dentists to your business. And that's what we want to achieve doing business marketing. Tama po? Tama? Parang hindi. Parang kulang sa itong mga dentec natin. Hep, hep! Yeah, pero yung isang table, hindi nag-hooray. Hep, hep! Hindi pa rin. Yung nasa dulo, yung medyo madilim. Hep, hep! Ayun, pwede pala. Okay, next. So why did you put up a business? Why did you put up a dental laboratory? It is a well-known fact that you wanted to manufacture or customize or produce or create a very good case para sa mga clients. Okay, hindi na natin babasahin isa-isa yan. But what are the other reasons to make a living out of your talent and your profession and make money, profitability, and growth? Pwede po pa tayong magbigay ng cases, pag nag-send po yung cases ng mga dentist sa inyo, pwede niyo po bang ibigay ng libre, sir? Hindi po. Very good. That's a practical answer. Ganun din po ang sabi ko sa mga dentista dati. Ang mission daw po nila is to bring good smiles to patient. Can you do it for free? Hindi na makasagot. That's why when you put up a clinic, it's literally you're doing business. Because you need to be able to pay taxes, pay salary, inventory, etc., etc., etc. So the main purpose of creating and doing a business is to be profitable. Remember this, money is king, but not everything. Okay? All right, I'll proceed. If you, of course, most of you are dental tech, you are in the right business because it is forecasted to have 46.5 billion by 2027. And there's a compound average growth of 5.9%. In the dental world, it's only 5.7. Yung dentistry po. In the dental tech materials, etc., with the development, with the technological advancement, it's 5.9. So if you're doing dental technician business, you are in the right business. You just have to have the right mindset too. That this is a business, not only profession and trade. Okay? I proceed. But I want to share with you some facts. And I want you to just focus your attention to this. Dental laboratories, as I said, expected to grow and grow and grow. But first, bago ko pa i-discuss, I'd like to congratulate Dr. Ronnie Nunez. Nasaan ba si Dr. Ronnie? Palakpakan niyo po si Dr. Ronnie Nunez for a very good year of service to party. And of course, to my friend, our laboratory, the owner and president of R2K, the president of, incoming president, nasaan po si Miss Joyce Robles. Yun ba yung president? Si Ricky pala, si Ricky. Sorry. Ayan po, si Mr. Ricky is a good friend of mine. I've known him 20 years na po. So, 20 taon na po kami magkakilala. Hindi pa, batang-bata pa po yung kanilang mga anak. Okay. So, business marketing is a practice of organization. It allows to sell products or services, companies, organizations as well. You have to have a business marketing mindset so that we can now tell, as the saying goes, we love dental technologies. Okay, I'll proceed. So why do patients leave the dentist? This is in correlation, why do dentists also shift dental laboratories? Masakit pero totoo. And you have to have this realization. Pag alam natin ang ating kakulangan, we can be able to adapt to changes. Now, we can be able to supply better products and services. So, let us discuss one by one. Pag sila po ay namatay, hindi na babalik ang pasyente. Tama? Patay na eh. Pag sila ay lumipat ng Visayas, usually if you are located in Metro Manila, very rare na po. Ganun ang mga pasyente. Ano? And some more, 5% goes to another dental clinic, and 9% and 14% dissatisfied with the product or services. But if you're going to compute all of this, these are just 32%. Because the 68% goes to the attitude of indifference. You don't care about your patient. They are just a normal individual that just basically a number and pays money. Okay, so much so for the dentist. Why dentists are changing laboratories? And this was reported April 1, 2023. In the last 5 years, sa kaliwat kanan kong magagaling na dental technician, which I love, of course, nearly 50% of dentists change laboratories because of unsatisfactory performance of relationship or relationships. So we have to understand this so that we can be equipped in providing them better service and the actual product. Remember, you have to have a business mindset. You have to have a professional mindset. You know what you're doing. You're the best at what you're doing. But there's more. To attain profitability, revenue, or growth, which it can be passed on to generations. Remember, when you put up a business, it can be passed on to generations. But if you treat your dental technician as ikaw, may limitations ka. Mag-expire ka in the future. So it cannot be passed on. Pag business, it can be passed on. Let's see. Number 1 is inconsistent quality. Number 2 is technical problems. Number 3, prices are higher. Delayed turnaround, late cases. Napag-usapan po kanina, ang dentista tumatawad. Hayaan niyo na po, karapatan nila. Pero, huwag kayong magpatawad. Kaya niyo ba yon? Parang mahirap, ano? Because if you firmly believe, price is never a unique selling proposition. Remember this, wala pong nananalo pag presyo ang pinag-uusapan. If you always discuss prices there, cheaper than this, no one will win. Dental laboratory will not win. So, don't talk about the price, just give offers. So, the next time po, meron ka pong additional. The next time po, mas mabilis. The next time, So, hindi po natatawaran ng inyong kakayahan. Okay? But again, it's all up to you. You're the boss. Okay? But you have to have that kind of mindset. All right? So, next. So, this is a study by Dentistry IQ. And number 5 is poor relationship. Every time we communicate with the dentist, you are building relationship po. Kanina po, bridging the gap because of the poor communication. Right now, the dentists are also expecting something from you. You have to better communicate with the dentist. So these are sometimes the problem. It might not be you, it might be the secretary, or it might be the actual system in place in your dental processes. So if you can be able to arrest that, you're very good. Maganda po yung magiging sistema natin. You're gonna get a lot of referrals from the dentist. Okay? So, let's proceed. Difficult to work with, and these are some of the dentists that have switched more than 3 times, twice. I have not switched in the past 5 years, 51%, once. So, as a customer, ito po ay karapatan nila. But we can be able to retain them if we eliminate the poor communication and the quality, and the last three na diniscuss natin. I'll proceed. So, laboratory business, the top 3 that will make you profitable is number 1, high quality work. Number 2 is good communication and reasonable prices. Hindi po sinasabi cheap prices. Reasonable. Hindi rin po sinasabing economical prices. It should be reasonable based on the materials and based on your professional practice life cycle. All right? So that's another topic. So business only has 2 functions. Number 1 is innovations, and number 2 po is marketing. So when we put our hearts into the dental technician or dental laboratory as a business, we always have to have innovation, and we always have to have marketing. And this is what I do. This is an innovation, so shade matching. This is another innovation, the monolithic high-strength multi-layer zirconia. Of course, but the problem is, yung latest technology po na dumarating sa atin, may concerns po. May lumabas na digital, may lumabas na milling machine, but we are not properly trained how to price our work with that latest technology. Di ba po? How do you compute your prices? How much is the markup? 20%, 100%, 200%, 500%? Pinag-aaralan po ba sa dental technologies how much percent you're going to mark up? Bibihira po, no? So it always depends, base po sa aking karanasan, in your professional practice life cycle. Aside from the materials, aside from sa computation, magkano ang depreciation cost niyan. So iba-iba. So pricing will always have to be multifactorial. Meron po tayong tinatawag na pricing strategy, which is industry-based, markup-based, competitors-based. Marami po pong factor. But if you do have an internal pricing strategy that works for you, then you just continue it. No? But it is also best to study outside of pricing strategy. Yun po yung nagiging problema. The latest advancement, dumarating sa atin, pero hindi naman tinuturo kung paano mag-price. Okay? So that's also one challenge. All right. So, of course, innovations. So we always have to innovate by attending seminars. This is also very good. So let's proceed with marketing. So dental tech, you need to be able to market also. And we have 45,000 yata ang nasa listahan ng PRC po. And registration po ng dentist, usually 12 to 15,000. Sila po ba ay market nyo lahat? Taas ang kamay sa kaliwa. Yung bang 15,000 na dentist, gusto nyong maging kliyente lahat? Baka sa 20, nangangatal na yung mga kamay. Ano po? Baka sa 30 cases, nangangatal na eh. Baka naman sumobra-sobra yung laman ng pera nyo. So we have to identify our target market. Not all dentists are your market. When you create a product or services, hindi mo sasabihin na ang target ko buong Pilipinas, 110 million, kaya mo? Hindi. Because literally, sa totoong buhay, you cannot service all of them. You cannot provide very good service to them. Maaapektuhan po yung quality, maaapektuhan yung process, maaapektuhan ang procedure, and you might encounter the changing or the shift, the factors that make the dentist shift to a dental laboratory. So paano po? You just have to identify kung saan mo kukunin yung niche mo. For example, dito lang ako sa South Luzon. Ito lang area ko. Ilan dito sa area ko, I think I need to be able to get 30 dentists dito lang sa Las Piñas. Sa Parañaque, 30 dentists lang. And you're good to go. Then you can classify that again to, gusto ko mga high-end dentist lang. Middle A-class dentist, B-class dentist. So how do you identify? Based on your, kailangan nyo ng konting NBI or FBI. You do have to have a research or survey. Next. So, you need to have this 4 Ps. I think this is 4 slides na lang yata. Number 1 is, what is the first P? Sa right side, ano po yung first P? Hep, hep. Wala, nasa dulo, wala na oh. Hep, hep. Very good. Ano po yung first P? First, you have to have a letter P, product. Okay? So once you're able to identify your product, ano po yung product ng Dental Tech? Sige nga, from the left. Anyone? Sigaw nyo lang po. Sige, sigaw. Bawal mahiya sa Dental Tech. Ano po yung product ng Dental Tech? Denture. Very good. Porcelain. Yan po yung product. But the product does not end with the actual product. Services. Very good. Okay? Next. Pag na-identify niyo na po yung product or services, that's the time you'll be able to identify how much is it price. And the next one is the place. Saan po pupuntahan ng dentista? Saan ipapadala ang case? And the last one is, ito po yung nagiging problema. Wala na pong promotion. Umaasa ang Dental Tech, usually saan? Doc? Sa referral ng dentist. Word of mouth. Very classic answer. Ganyan din po yung classic answer ng mga dentist. Kaya po yung iba, naiwan na because of the latest or technological advancement today. Next. Yeah. Okay. So of course, as a dental tech, we need to have all the papers. Of course. Sige, wag na natin pag-usapan yan. So targeting, you have to have targeting as per niche marketing. I'll not discuss that anymore. So drivers of change, this is also very important po. The development and diffusion of digital technology across the entire business and the entire operation is very, very important. The increasing emphasis on brands. Ito po, importante rin po that you have to create your own brand. Pag sinabi, sino bang pinakamagaling sa Zirconia? Si ano yan? Si R2K. Parang ganun. But of course, you have to create your own. You have to have consultation and kung saan kayo magaling, then maximize that opportunity. Digital, siyempre dapat meron tayong iba-ibang platforms. No, ang iba may website, ang iba may Facebook, Instagram is also very good. No? We also have to have a LinkedIn for professionals, and branding is also very important. So this one is also very critical in the success of doing business marketing. So we must be able to be present because in the Philippines, 5 hours po ang ini-spend ng any individual sa social media. So meaning to say, dapat po nasa social media din kayo, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or any other platform. Okay? So branding is also very important. So this is actually my last slide. Marketing is everything. Everything is marketing. marketing takes a day to learn, but a lifetime to master. So again, very short, simple, and sexy presentation of business marketing. Maraming salamat po sa iyo at congratulations to the President-elect which will be inducted today. Maraming salamat po from the left and the right. Hep, hep! Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was a good lecture po. Thank you po, Mr. Roch. So, sa ating mga dental technologists, any questions po para sa ating pong lecturer for today? Kung anong you have plans to improve your laboratory or kung paano ninyo i-market ito. Any questions po sa inyo? From the left? Yung mga nasa dilim lang talaga eh. Kayo po. Wag na po tayo mahiya. Again, one advantage ng nandito tayo ngayon is we can ask questions na medyo nahiya tayo. Wala namang mag-judge po sa atin dito. If you need any questions.
Sige po, you can ask question, kahit anong question. Meron din po akong accounting firm, so you can ask me about taxation, business registration, what is the best business structure? Is it single proprietorship, partnership, corporation, OPC, or any other questions would be entertained. So don't worry po. You will not be judged and you will be we'll discuss. So okay, it seems that
sige po, ako na lang pa may add na lang din.
Go ahead, sir.
Po. Siguro po para sa ating po mga dental technicians na rin po, katulad po ng sabi po ni Mr. Ruiz po, we should try to filter out na rin po. Hindi naman po natin lahat makikater lahat. Po pwede naman din maraming pumapasok na pera, pero in the end, tama po, it would compromise yung quality ng ginagawa natin. And at the same time po, alam naman po natin lahat dito ng ating mga dental technician, dental owners, is you've already given enough. Pag minsan, hindi na nga kayo natutulog or inaabot kayo ng madaling araw. Diba? Should filter it, learn how to prioritize po. Siguro, in a sense, pangit mapakinggan, let us prioritize kung sino yung mas tamang nagpo-provide ng tamang works po.
Yes, meron po tayong tinatawag na Pareto Principle. I think you have heard Pareto Principle. Ako, baka magalit yung ibang dentista dito. 80-20. 80-20 that being applied in all businesses. Those who are giving you 80% of the sales are coming from the 20% of your clients. All right? So those who are giving you more problems are coming from the 80% of your clients. So 20% lang ang naiambag nila sa kita ng inyong laboratory. Pero yung 20, yung 20%, those will just continue to give good relationship and communications po. So that's Pareto Principle po.
So, questions lang po.
Yeah, I have a certain statement or question, Sir Roche, my good friend. Now, to become successful in the business marketing of dental laboratory, I know, of course, you believe that it needs to have a certain legality, and the right perspective of work. So, sa ating mga dental technicians and dental laboratory owners, I would simply say, ano yung masasabi mo do sa mga who want to start but they are not indulged in legitimizing their laboratory, like securing a license to operate. I think that is very much important. So on that aspect, kasi it has been our perennial problem. There are a lot of operating dental laboratories nationwide. However, kakaunti lang yung legit when it comes to license to operate and complying with the government requirements. So how would you recommend them, and of course our campaign for them to start with the right with the track of the business?
Thank you very much, Dr. Ronnie. That's actually a very good question, but I would want to answer. Now is the time for me, as an outsider, ako po'y taga-labas, but I do have friends from dental laboratory and dentist, which of course, nasabi ko na po, I believe this is your perfect opportunity to invite your friends, relatives, or partners, or iba pang dental tech to have their business legalized in terms of securing LTO from DOH, securing DTI or SEC for your business, LGU for your business permit. Why? Because your past president is now the president of PDA. That's why ang pangalan po ng kanyang quote is strength in unity. So, we can always, or you can always, reach out to PDA and to your past president. Kaya po, sa akin ha, kung ako po kayo, I will make an effort to invite those who doesn't have license yet, that this is your perfect opportunity. Why? Because your past president is now the head of Philippine Dental Association, which covers and will support the three association. So I think that is the best way to go. At saka wag po kayong matakot. Ang dali lang pong kumuha ng mga dokumento, no? Magpatulong po kayo sa buong PDA. Ibigay na natin ang responsibilidad sa PDA para tulungan kayo. And then I'm sure they will create a program party with the leadership of Mr. Ricky Robles. I believe that he'll take care of the member. So all you have to do is just reach out to your members, to your leadership. Wag po kayong mahiya. Yan ang nagiging concern natin minsan eh. Nahihiya tayo. Wag po kayong mahihiya because this is your business. You are professional and this will be passed on to generation. If you are not legal entity, you are always hiding. Remember this, pag nagbayad po kayo ng 1,000 peso tax, taas noo ka pong maglalakad sa daan that you are a legitimate business paying 1,000 a month tax. 1,000, meaning to say, ang kinita mo po ay mahigit 10,000 because tax is just a portion of your earnings. So you also have to have that mindset. Taas noo, pag legal. So maraming salamat po sa inyo. Thank you, Doctor, for that question.
Yes. Thank you po. So, fellow technicians, any more questions? Yes po.
May question lang ako doon tungkol sa business kasi yung kasi ang dental laboratory may limitation yan. Hindi ka pwedeng maglagay ng ads, bawal. Kaya paano kami mag-grow as a business kung puro lang siya yung repera lang. Kasi may limitation ng business namin, hindi kami pwedeng maglagay sa Facebook, bawal. Kaya ang tanong ko, paano kami maglalaki, mag-grow?
Maganda pong tanong yon. Actually, when I started doing this lecture sa mga dentist, I consulted several lawyers, I consulted PDA officers, I even consulted PRs. And because I wanted to be an ethical presentation, I read all the code of ethics, I read all the corporations law, I read all the TTI laws, I read all business laws. And if you are a registered business, no one can prevent you from doing promotions, no? Except dentist, 3 lang po ang bawal, sabi ng PRC sa akin ha. Bawal mong sabihin na ikaw ang pinakamagaling na dentista sa buong Pilipinas, number 1. You are the only clinic that can be able to do that treatment. Pangatlo, bawal din po yung maglagay ng very low down payment. Okay. Sa Code of Ethics, I don't know if this will be updated. Yung social media po, it was just founded 2004 up. And all of the Code of Ethics, it was not considered. So, until now, wala pa po namang inilalabas na guidelines. So no one can prevent you and no one can tell you that you have to stop that. That's not against that's against our Code of Ethics. Second, now that you are party member, ang ganda pong pagkakataon. I don't know if the Code of Ethics have been already in place. Kung wala pa, this is your perfect opportunity to sit down together and arrest all of those issues. Di ba po? So you have to take this opportunity to have this one aligned with what you want if this is a business. When you put a business, you have to grow it in any way because this is not only yours. This is for your family. If somebody will stop you from doing this business, di ba po, magagalit ka. Di ba? So now, I think you have to sit down with creations of your Code of Ethics, creation of your I know you have bylaws already, pero wala pa pong Code of Ethics. So you have to identify ano ba yung pwede Kasi sa dental, sinisimulan nila na mag-revision yata eh. Doc.
Yes, just to give light on that issue, on that rule, as our PDA President, Dr. Rorin.
President-elect pa lang, baka makadit si Dr. Manny Centeno. Anyway, with the good gentleman inquiry na on the statement na hindi tayo makapag-market, actually we are allowed to do so. However, ang iyong lang marketing is for the dentist kasi yun lang ang clientele natin, no? Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na compelling advertisement. Hindi mo pwedeng ilagay na dental laboratory, construction or fabricating like this. Kasi ang iniisip ng public, pwede kaming pumunta sa inyo. You cannot do that. So dapat ang clientele mo na ima-market is purely licensed dentists and you are allowed to do that in any manner. Even na social media. Wala pa po tayong enabling law to restrict us on doing so. So lahat po, kung may contact kayo ng lahat ng dentists, in fact, in my term, I would rather open the advertisement of all the dental laboratories in all the PDA affairs. Nag-propose na po ako niyan last year. Meron po kaming mga regional conferences, area conferences. All the dental laboratories are welcome to market, to present their laboratories, to present their marketing strategies. I-open natin yan.
Wow.
To enlighten everyone, para medyo makampante po kayo, can I stay here na? Wala po tayong enabling law. That is a gray area in our Republic Act 9484. It could be considered already as passé. Kaya nga, come this October, nag-ipon-ipon po yung mga PDA officers that we are already recommending an amendment to 9484 and amendment sa Code of Ethics natin. Siguro naguguluhan kayo kasi meron tayong AIP o PDA. Dapat isa lang ang Code of Ethics natin. Pero ako naniniwala, yung tatlong professions na yon, iba-iba dapat ang Code of Ethics. So iba ang magiging Code of Ethics natin ng mga dentech, iba ang Code of Ethics of dental hygienists, iba ang Code of Ethics and dentistry because those are three different professions. So, yung sinasabi ni Sir na ethical issues on marketing, wala pa tayong restrictions doon. Yun nga lang, babal mo ilagay na gumagawa ako ng ganito in public. Kasi, alam nyo, there's even a proposal na dapat daw tayong laboratory, wag nang maglagay ng signage. Kasi nga, ang market natin is the dentist. I don't believe that naman on my part. Bakit? We are required by the government to apply for mayor's permit. And one of the requirement for mayor's permit is to put up a signage. Binabayaran natin yun in the engineering. No? So sabi ko, okay yun, lagay mo lang dental lab. No? Like in the dentist, tama si Sir Roch, na hindi mo pwedeng ako yung pinakamagaling na dentista, ako lang gumagawa nito, at ako yung pinakamura. Hindi mo pwedeng ilagay yon. Sa lab, likewise, and ethical issues, hindi mo pwedeng gawin yon. Just to be fair with the other business corporate natin. No? So, wala pong problema dun, sir. You can market. No restrictions, even the social media, wala pa tayong batas na pinagbabawal. In fact, ngayon nga, marami nagre-reklamo, nagpo-post yung mga dentista before and after ng mga treatment nila. We cannot do anything about it because tama si Sir Roch, wala pang rule na na-apply, no enabling law for social media marketing. But it's about time, kasi sa ibang bansa, nagmamarket na yung mga dentista in social media. No, they're using it, as an avenue. Pero merong safety net for ethical issues.
Doc, thank you very much. Palakpakan niyo po si Dr. Ronnie.
I hope naka-enlighten po ako.
As a matter of fact, 41 years na po ang global dental marketing. Sa Pilipinas po, nung tinatag ko yung dental marketing, 6 years pa lang po. Can you imagine those gap? 41 years sa global dental marketing in the Pilipinas, 6 years pa lang. So with that, I think we've answered enough question. Maraming salamat po at good luck po sa inyong lahat at sa inyong pagiging intensyon. Maraming salamat, sir. Thank you po.
I'll call on stage again Dr. Ronnie Nunez and Mr. Ricky Robles for the awarding ceremony. This plaque of appreciation is proudly presented to Mr. Rocha Ruiz in grateful acknowledgement of his distinguished and invaluable service rendered as guest speaker during the first scientific seminar and third induction ceremony of the Philippine Association of Registered Dental Technologists, Inc., with the theme, Dental Technology Beyond the Lab Coat, given this 10th of September 2023 at Kingsport Hotel, Manila, Parañaque, Philippines. Congratulations, Mr. Rocha Ruiz. And of course,